Well, what a sight this is, a beautiful evening, and the promise of a match that will really get the juices flowing.
I'm Peter Drury, and joining me here, our expert, Jim Beglin.
Thanks, Peter. It's a pleasure and a privilege for me to be here.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special.
We have already started here. Jim, you've played in games of this nature. Who can make the difference?
One of the game's best ever, Cristiano Ronaldo. He brings the power to whatever he does, and his unquenchable thirst for goals.
Shapes to shoot! Oh, just lacked a decent finish.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Oh, super find. It could be in. There's the shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
That really is quite fabulous, all his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
I doubt very much that this was in the script. Figo. Nicely worked.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And he's had it nicked away.
Beckham. And it's Figo.
Looking to play him in. Beckham. Beckham with the cross.
And they've got rid. And here's Figo.
Thuram gets across to intercept that.
Trice, and they are soaring!
That was fabulous, the most adept of touches, the smoothest of finishes.
That's a really good execution, Peter, but you have to raise some serious questions about how he was allowed to take a touch like that.
Brazil are sitting pretty, 2-0 up.
Well, oh, smashing header! Firm header, just off target.
And he did so well to get himself there. What a good effort.
Beckham standing over it. Yaya Toure.
Brilliantly cut out.
Eto.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And it's Hullet.
Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's beautifully weighted.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
Manchester United are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
That's been cut out, well played.
Yaya Toure.
And it's Beckham.
And here's Figo.
Beckham is in a really good position out wide.
Well, they're clearly focusing on that right side, Peter. That's where the crosses are coming from, where the danger lies. Beckham clearly looking the key component now with the concentration on width. Really aren't convincing right now. It has to start in defence, but the whole team needs a wake-up call. Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
That pass has been well intercepted. Brazil trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game, because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Beckham. It's a really well-measured ball. That's a throw. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bigo providing an outlet on that flank. It's gone out for a throw-in. And he's picked it up out wide.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Time perhaps for one last twist before half-time. Ferdinand clears it away. It's a pretty loose pass. Beckham, showing great feet there. That should be the goalkeeper's, and it is. Vieira. Yaya Toure. Well, we expected better, and so did he. And it's Figo. Beckham. Yaya Toure. Now it's Eto'o. Now it's Hullet. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Picks out, real chance! Euphoria, utopia, and they are cavorting. And they are pulling clear here. A momentary lapse, mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
It's just sloppy to lose the ball like that, Peter. The ease which they were able to cut through them from there, that definitely doesn't have a good look about it.
Brazil find a position of real strength now. And nicely intercepted. And the half-time whistle goes. But I don't think many people saw this coming ahead of kick-off.
Atenção, pai de menino de mochila verde. Entre em contato com o funcionário mais próximo.
So off we go once more. So 45 minutes to turn it round. Nuno Mendes.
Have beautifully policed that midfield. The opposition have been
Welcomes it in. He might be in here, and the shot! It's a goal! Result no longer in doubt. It's just about how many. The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And now he has two. Brazil are at the peak of their powers. As for their opponents, a long way from that. Pass is just off target. Beckham. Rodri. Tries to play it through. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Manchester United clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Beckham. Toure calmly anticipates.
A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
That's a nicely shaped ball. Just the goal. Big chance! Eto'o. Searching pass he's played there. Nuno Mendes. Cristiano Ronaldo being hunted in packs.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. That's Eto'o. And he's picked out the run. And this is Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
The ball is loose, and the chase is on. Tries to pass it through. Now it's Eto'o. Takes a shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bergomi cuts out the pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. Now it's Eto'o. Oh, played right into his path. Oh, great chance! They've done it! It hurts, does it not? Oh, how reality hurts.
Well, this is turning into a real hammering now, Peter. They're demoralised.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, he's been on a crusade, and his first goal seemed to just whet the appetite.
Substituição no time do Brasil.
So, time for changes on both sides, actually. Brazil are having a ball here. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now. Taken back almost at once. Manchester United still have the cards to affect this game.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Szoboszlai. Nice sequence of passes, this. He's tried one! No, it's wide.
I think that's just more proof that this team is very comfortable playing on the break. They're really swift.
And it's Vieira. And this is Cruyff. Nedved. And it's Szoboszlai. Passing is crisp and sharp. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now it's Messi. Just eases him off the ball. Bale.
Well, they can at least make a fight of it. Even if it's just a goal, the lift it would give would be huge no matter what the end result is.
Now there's a fine ball. And the shot! And yes, it's there! How many? Just how many? The gulf in class is vast.
Well, I think we've reached the point when even damage limitations is no longer an option.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub. Well, their manager seems to have them always thinking about the next goal. When's the next goal coming? They're such an entertaining watch.
And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Ronaldo is flagged offside. Stood up well to him there. Bale. Szoboszlai, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Messi might be dangerous. Chance, surely! That's another chance! And one more try! He scores! And it is becoming almost too painful to watch. Where to next?
Look, all they want to hear right now is the final whistle. They've been humiliated.
2 goals on the day, and he may not yet be done.
This is wonderful front-footed football. The manager will be absolutely thrilled to see his team clicking in every department.
The referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. Manchester United suffer a humiliating defeat, and if that weren't painful enough, there's all the analysis and scrutiny to come. It was a poor show all round. So what do you take away from it all, Jim?
Well, look, it was very one-sided. Their players didn't turn up for the first half, and then it all went downhill.